And Court Clapping keeping a close eye on that next band of rain that's moving in right now. Court?
I sure am. And Kelly, it's going to be a great idea to get the umbrella handy. I know a lot of you may have just thrown it back in the closet yesterday with how nice conditions were for the afternoon. You're going to be needing it again today. And a live look outside right now, Highway 99 in Butte County, south of Chico. You can see so far no activity in this stretch of our region just yet. But by midday, that is set to change, and getting a check-in with what we're seeing moving forward. Flood watches being issued as early as tonight in Trinity County through tomorrow night. But for the valley and foothills, the flood watch is going into effect 10 a.m. Saturday, lasting through 7 a.m. Sunday. That's when we're expected to see some of the more substantial rainfall on the saturated ground that could cause swelling of rivers and streams and some big issues out there, ponding water on roads as well. Winter storm warnings going into effect at 1 p.m. this afternoon, lasting through 10 a.m. Tuesday for the northern Sierra as well as Lassen and Plumas County areas, and wind advisory in effect through 4 p.m. today in Modoc County, but tomorrow it's during the daytime, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. across the valley and foothills due to gusts potentially up to 55 miles an hour. For today, we're looking at gusts midday up to around 30 miles an hour, a little stronger for your commute home, around 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts, not out of the question. And then those winds picking up even more so tomorrow with gusts potentially in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range early to midday, starting to diminish tomorrow night, and then not as strong on Sunday. Satellite and radar have been tracking some scattered showers and even a little thunderstorm activity in Glenn County overnight around 3:30 a.m. just to the east of Willows. We had some thunderstorm activity. Now, right now, what I'm tracking is a low pressure area off the coast, tapping into some pretty decent moisture. This is what's going to impact us today, but the bigger storm system arrives early tomorrow, and that one is packing a huge punch of moisture for the valley as well as snow in the mountains. Thunderstorm threat today, mainly from Shasta and Trinity counties to the south across the valley. Tomorrow, that threat becomes more widespread with that more substantial system, and your hyperlocal futurecast showing you by 8 a.m. pockets of heavy rain possible along I-5 in the valley, with heavier rain still closer to the coast. That continues to work inland through midday, 11 a.m. Rain in Chico as well as Orville as well. By 1 p.m., we're starting to see most of the heavier rainfall moving into the foothills and mountains, but we will still see pockets of heavy rain for your commute home later today before we see a bit of a lull in the valley tonight and then resurging rainfall on the way throughout your Saturday with those gusty winds. This is going to be a substantial impact, Kelly. Snow levels dropping from around 4,500 to 5,000 feet today down to 3,500 feet tomorrow, and that is going to be a heavy dose of snow on the way through at least Monday, a break Tuesday, and then more wet weather potentially on the way as we head through next week. So rainfall totals through 5 p.m. today, right now over an inch projected for both Chico and Orville. This is a little high for those two areas given how late in the day those two locations are expected to see the rain. But along I-5, we're looking at up to around 3/4 of an inch of rain through 5 p.m., around a half an inch to an inch in our mountain zones. Through the weekend, we see those totals really piling up. Over 2.5 inches right now projected for Redding, Chico, and Orville. Almost 2 inches in Red Bluff, with over 3.5 inches in many of our mountain zones, and those totals continue to pile up through next week with upwards of 4 inches for most of the valley. Redding through Thursday morning of next week projected to get 6 inches of rainfall. Snowfall totals, it looks like 2 to 3 feet through the weekend forecast, and then we'll see those totals piling up as well as we head through next week with some areas close to 4 to 5 feet. And you can see temperatures today mostly staying in the 50s for the valley and foothills, mostly 40s in our mountain zones. Your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast for your weekend's always in view. Rain today with a slight threat of thunderstorms. That threat of thunderstorms more substantial with gustier winds tomorrow. Showers lingering Sunday into Monday, and then we do see a break from the rain Tuesday before another round of light to moderate showers Wednesday into Thursday of next week.